And the entire church in history has dressed in vestments, not just the Roman Catholics. The Orthodox have, Lutherans do, many do. And the symbolism of the vestments is when we put on the white alb, which is the first vestment, the announcer to the congregation would say, "Be reminded that all of you are robed in the white alb of your baptism." So the first vestment that the priest puts on is the white alb, which is really the vestment of the people, the baptismal garment. Then we put on a stole, because we bear the yoke of Christ. We put on a chasuble, because the kingdom of Christ and the church is a glorious kingdom, and the chasuble looks rather nice and rather celebratory. And then the bishops put on a stole at the end, because we are the shepherds of the flock. So the vestments have been a traditional garment of the church for centuries, and we have just made a decision to be part of that church. So that's why we do vestments.
Okay, and there are other sections that are also wondering, they are saying
Well, all churches to some extent are sects, but we are a church. We're not a cult. We place ourselves firmly in the apostolic faith, and we ask all who observe us to test us and tell us if they do not see that we are in the apostolic faith. The apostolic faith calls for Trinitarian doctrine, and we are firmly established in Trinitarian doctrine. The apostolic faith says that Christ had both humanity and divinity, but that in his divine nature he was eternal. We believe that. We stand where the historic church stands on all issues of morality, marriage, sexuality, love for mankind, humanitarianism. So we are not a cult, and we are only a sect in as much as every other church is a sect, or a division of the Church of Jesus Christ. It's very difficult to understand. On the one hand, the Church of Jesus Christ is one. There is only one church because there is only one Christ. And yet through the centuries there have been divisions. And how God is going to work that all out, I'm not sure. But we will stand with any church that observes Trinitarian baptism and Trinitarian faith, and we offer our communion to all who wish.
Finally, from me, what's your mission in Africa today, and more especially in Uganda?
Well, the mission in Africa is to build solid churches, to build churches that are filled with humanitarian love and care. And we are here because somehow in a mystery, God gave us first of all Rwanda, and then we moved on to other parts of Africa. We never asked to come here. We were invited to come here, and I'm proud that we have found Bishop Chibuka, or rather he found us, and we're working together for humanitarian love, for the love of Christ, and we believe that Christ has the power to save people from all sins and from all addictions, and that's why we're here. I have been preaching about the love and the grace and the mercy of God for 45 years, and it didn't start with Africa. It started with a deep experience of the love of God myself, just as I believe Bishop Jacinto has had a deep experience of God's love and grace. And so out of that river of love, we must preach. So we don't preach because that is the right message right now for Africa. It's the right message for the whole world, and has been for all history.
Maybe.
Well, as the angels announced Christ's birth, they said, "Peace on earth, goodwill to all men." I would pray that we would find a way to heal all difficulties and struggles and differences that mankind has. And our prayer is that we would love all churches, love all people, and spread that message of peace and love.
Thank you.